Hey, mamas, good morning. All right, I just want to make sure that we're all connected to Facebook before I start to talk. Hold on one second. Give me a sec. All right. Oh, good. So here. All right, awesome. So, hey, listen, it's funny. I had this whole thing planned today that I was going to talk about. Um, Hold on. I just want to make sure. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I was going to talk about, how to add more fun into your business and all this. And I was involved in a conversation last night in a mastermind that I'm in, um, where a whole bunch of us that are moms and business owners, we're just starting to, hey, Key, good morning. We're just starting to share like that we're burnt out, that we're stressed, we are experiencing symptoms that are similar to PTSD, right? And if you think about it, for the last 15 months, we have been the anchor, right, for our families. We have kept everybody together. We have kept everything going. We made sure that there was toilet paper and groceries and tried to pay the bills and tried to do all the things to make sure that everything was as normal as possible under the circumstances, which were completely not normal, for our children, right? While trying to run businesses and keeping things going, because especially for bookkeepers, we just kept going, right? My bookkeeping business kept going, my tax business kept going. I was still consulting for my clients. We had the longest tax season, normal tax season we've ever had. Then we had extensions, and then by the time we got everybody wrapped up, it was tax season again. And so for those of us that support businesses, and I know like my virtual assistants were going through this too, all my online business managers, anybody that supports businesses, right? And as bookkeepers, that's what we do. And so it's been a really crazy time for us. And I think as people start talking about, well, things are reopening and things are going back to normal, and I don't know, like something is hitting the moms. And we're like, wait, hold on. I need a sec. I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. And I know, last week we talked about, doing some things for you. And I think that is just so critically important. I think that we're just trying to push through and power through and do all the things because we're the mom, right? That's our job. We keep everybody running. We make sure everybody's got clean socks and clean underwear. We make sure that the bills get paid. We make sure that there's food in the house. And we're also running businesses at the same time. And so first, I just want to let you know that if you're not okay right now, that you are not alone. Okay. I know lots and lots of moms that I'm talking to who are not okay. And frankly, there are days I'm not okay either. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of weight. It's been really heavy. So a whole bunch of you that follow me personally, that my mother-in-law passed away over the weekend. I also found out I lost a client over the weekend as well, who I've worked with for a long time. And so some days it's okay to not be okay, right? Some days it's okay to take a little break, to clear the schedule and say, you know what, today I need a day. And I know for some of you it's really hard because you're like, but Kristen, I've got clients, I have to do all the things, I have to make all the money, I have to get all the stuff, I have to do everything. I have to make sure the laundry's done, I have to make sure that the kids are fed. And I think sometimes you just have to say, we're gonna eat leftovers, or we're gonna order something. And mom needs a day, and we're gonna have a day And sometimes that's a relaxing day, sometimes that is a fun day. But we have this misconception that if we just power through, then it's going to be better. It's going to be easier at some point. It's all just going to click and I'm going to recover and it's going to be fine. The problem is that's not what happens. What happens is you power through and then the next day sucks too. And so you power through that. And the next day sucks and you just keep powering through and eventually you shut down. Right. And that's what burnout really is, right? Burnout is when you just get to the point your body's like, okay, you know what, you're not gonna stop yourself, so I am going to stop you for you. So that's when burnout happens. And I think a lot of us are starting to experience that right now with everything that's going on. And so what is that like? Because if you've never identified burnout before, this is what burnout looks like. So one of the things burnout looks like is that no matter how much sleep you get, you will wake up tired. Okay. Your brain is foggy, you're distracted, you have a hard time focusing on things. If you know the symptoms of ADD, looks a lot like that because your brain is just tired, right? It can't focus on anything else. It's been going nonstop, crazy, trying to manage all things. And so you're going to be super scattered, super loss of focus. Like it takes you a long time to get things done. You start to kind of forget things. It's a lot of the symptoms of being overtired, right? Your anxiety ramps up when you're burnt out. If you struggle with depression, your depression can ramp up when you're burnt out. It's the feeling that like it's never going to end, right? That it's never going to stop. It's never going to end. It's always going to be like this. And so if you're feeling any of those things, if you've got deadlines and you're just freaking out over how you're going to get all the things done, our natural inclination is just to push, right? To keep pushing forward, to keep doing, all the things because we have to get it done because we're the moms and that's what we do. And unfortunately, that is not going to help you recover from this. Okay. I don't know about you, but in our house, we've just been going, right? And I finally got to the point and I was reading, and I don't have the book in here. I was reading Effortless by Greg McKeown, which is phenomenal. I listened to it once and I'm listening to it again for a book club. And when he said, burnout is not a badge of honor. And he's absolutely right. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's not something that we should be like, yay, I'm burned out. But how many of us are? Right? And so I'd really like to encourage you, if you are feeling this way, first of all, no, you're not alone. Okay. Second, I want you to think of one or two things, maybe three things that you can do this week to make your week easier. And it doesn't mean like pushing through, it doesn't mean getting things off the plate. So what can you do to make things easier? So one thing I was thinking about, so I was going through an email today. We have something called Fresh Market near our house. And they have a deal that for $12.99, you can get a rotisserie chicken, 2 sides, and cornbread for dinner. And they'll do curbside pickup. And I thought to myself, that might be dinner tonight. That might be dinner tonight. because that will make my life easier. And I'd probably send my husband to go get it. Jeff and Eric can go pick it up. What are some things that you can do to make your life easier? Maybe you need to set an alarm so that you stop working until 10 o'clock at night. Maybe that's your thing. Okay. Maybe you need to sit down and read a book. Maybe you need to take a 20-minute afternoon nap, right? To refresh yourself a little bit. Maybe you need to cancel some meetings this week. What are some things? Maybe you need to take a whole day off. I don't know. I don't know what that thing looks like for you. But I want you to find a couple things that you can do that will make your life easier. So I'd love to know, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, what is one thing that you can think of that you can do this week to make your life easier? Okay. I just gave you a couple of examples for me that I could think of really, really quickly. Even things like, I put a lot of things that we use regularly on auto delivery, so I don't have to think about it. They just come. I don't have to worry about running out of laundry detergent. I don't have to worry about running out of my medications. They just come, and it's awesome, and it's great. And you can do it through Amazon. You can do that through Target. There's a whole bunch of different websites you can do that from. But I want you to focus. And that's why I really love Effortless. It was such a good book because that's really what it focused on. Focused on making life easier. And one of the questions that he asked in the book, like really early on, that you should ask yourself on a regular basis is, how can I make this effortless when you're dealing with different things throughout your day? And it's such a cool way to think about things. I think often we're like, oh my God, this is so difficult. Oh my God, this is so, So think, how can you make this easier, right? Effortless. And sometimes it's just something simple. It's funny. So we're still trying to figure out our new house. Okay. And so one thing that we were doing, and it's funny because it seems so stupid, right? It seems so stupid. But one thing that we were doing, because we have 2 closets now, but we only use one because we don't have a lot of clothes between the 2 of us. You can tell because I always wear the same stuff on the lives, right? And so we were taking hangers when we were done with them and putting them in the other closet. So that way when we did laundry, all of them would be together. So it's really funny because, so like what you'd have to do is, like when you were like in the morning, when you took a shirt off the rack, you'd walk across this little hallway to the other closet, and you would hang up your hanger in the closet. And then when you were doing laundry, you'd have to go grab all of the hangers and either put them back in the closet somewhere so you can use them, or put them on the bed so you can hang up everything and then put it in the closet. And so I thought to myself, like, well, wait a minute. What if we have like all these, like the way that they did the closet's really weird, but there's like all these different racks. I'm like, what if we just put all the empty hangers on a rack in the closet? Where, like a rack that we're not using in that closet. And then you have to walk to the other closet. When you need a hanger, it's like right there, right? You have to walk to the other closet. Like you're saving time and steps, and it's really silly. And it's like, we did this when we set up our kitchen too, that we thought, okay, how can we set up the kitchen to make it easier to prep food? And so instead of putting the plates and the cups together, we actually put the cups on the far side of the kitchen close to the refrigerator, because then it'd be easy to just grab a cup and go to the fridge, or grab something out of the fridge and grab a cup on that piece of the counter. So it's kind of funny because, we often wait until there's like a major change in our life to say, how can we change things up to make life easier, to make life effortless? when we could, on a regular basis, just ask ourselves the question, how can I make this easier? How can I make this effortless? So I really encourage you this week, say, how can I make this week easier for me? What can I put off? What can I do a different way? What can I just say, this really doesn't need to be done? And then ask yourself on a regular basis as you go through your day, how can I make this easier, this effortless? So I'll put a link to the book in the comments. But I'd love to know what you can do to make your life easier. All right, mamas, take care. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. All right.